Hello everyone, it's Miss Murray here. Today we are practicing how to draw faces. You can work on just one artwork today, so draw one face and do a really good job of it, or you can just do lots and lots of practicing and do lots of small drawings like I'm doing here, just using some scrap paper. The first step is to draw the shape of the face. So I usually start with an oval shape. You could do a more of a circle shape, or you could do more of a rectangle shaped face. The second step is you need to divide your face in half. So I've just sketched very lightly across and down. So it's kind of like you're dividing an egg in half. And the line that goes acrossways or horizontally, that's called our eye line. And that's actually where the eyes are located on somebody's head. Often when we draw portraits, we put the eyes up much too high, and we forget that the top of somebody's head is actually covered in hair usually. So measuring the eye line is useful to making sure you get the eyes in the right spot. So I'm doing a second example here. And eyes can be lots of different shapes and sizes. I usually think about like a football or a rugby ball or a flower petal when I'm drawing eye shapes. And notice I'm just drawing fairly lightly today. I'm just sketching. And then once I've got all the shapes right and I've got everything in the right position on the person's face, I might use a texter and go over my lines to finish off my drawing. This person, I decided I wanted their hair to look like it was up in a ponytail. You can't see the ponytail behind the head, you can just see their hair, how it's been brushed backwards. Next is to draw the nose. So the nose is positioned in between the eyes. And usually, if you measure from where the eye line is and where the chin is, about halfway is usually where the bottom of the nose is. So about halfway from where the eye line is and the chin is usually where the nose stops. So I usually, when I'm drawing faces, I sketch shapes really lightly. So I know that this person doesn't actually have a rectangle nose and a rectangle mouth, but I guess I'm sketching where they need to go. Next step is to put some ears in. The top of the ears are usually around about that same line where we put the eyes on, the eye line. And people have different sized ears. Some people have big ears or small ears. Some people's ears stick out quite a bit. Other people, you can't even really see their ears when you're looking at them from the front. The next step is to do some eyebrows. Eyebrows can look different on everyone. And I want you to maybe have a feel with your finger of your own face as you're drawing a face today. You will notice that your nose, if you run your fingers along the side of your nose and you go up your nose, and eventually your fingers will spread out onto your eyebrows. That's because there's a bone that connects your nose to where your eyebrows are. So very slowly I'm sketching in a bit more detail. Noses are probably the trickiest thing for me. So you can copy the one I've done here. Putting some more detail in on the eyes. It sometimes can be a good idea to have a little mirror or something nearby, or take a photo and zoom in and really have a close look at what an eye actually looks like. So which part is coloured, where the eyelashes actually come out of, where the eyelid is, if somebody has an eyelid, how dark their eyes are. And that will also change depending on, well, just how somebody looks, but also if they're wearing some makeup. The next step is I put a few little wrinkles, or not wrinkles, smile lines under this person's eyes. And now I'm working on their mouth. So a mouth is usually made up of two lips, and usually, not always, but usually people's top lip is a little bit skinnier than their bottom lip. I like to think of the lips as just like two sausages. So when I draw them, I just pretend that they're sausages, and they kind of meet in the corners of the mouth. So the top lip and the bottom lip joins. The next step is to add some hair. I'm just being very rough when I'm drawing the hair. I'm using lines, and I'm drawing from my imagination. So this, I'm not even sure really who this person is. I'm just kind of doing a demonstration, but if you're drawing somebody in your family, it's a good idea to have a look at what their hair actually looks like. How long is it? Is it curly or wavy? Maybe they're bald. Maybe you don't need to draw any hair on them. And I've sketched in a very basic neck underneath the head, just so it looks a bit more finished.